So last night I'm making a lot of noise after TFC wins the game last night, 2-1 over the Houston Dynamo on D-Rose. Two amazing goals. One, of course, in injury time, deep into the late seconds of the game. Literally a few seconds after he scored and won the game for TFC, the whistle blew and the game was over. I made so much noise last night. I had a few friends over. We were going out, and I had a few friends over, and they watched the game with me before we left for the night's festivities. And I'm pretty damn lucky, I think, in retrospect, that the cops didn't come and lodge a noise complaint, because I literally jumped up and down and probably made some seismographs over in Japan jump. I was that excited. What can be said? The game was absolutely fabulous when it comes to its drama. Still a lot of piss poor quality on that pitch, but I really liked how things ended up. Obviously, and not just because of the score, but I like the reaction. A couple of things. The name of the blog today is Time to Shut Up and Play. That's a quote from Chad Barrett. If you saw the game last night on Sportsnet, you saw Chad being interviewed by Andy Petrillo at the half, really getting pissed off. Pissed off with the effort, pissed off with the results, pissed off with the lackluster performance on the pitch. He called the players out on camera. By all accounts, listening to the post-game interviews with people like Barrett and new head coach Nick Dazovic, everybody had some words at the half. Some adjustments were made, and lo and behold, TFC gets the win. I frankly still can't believe it. Corners were 10-2 against. Possession was 55-45 against. In the first half, it was actually worse. It was about 65-35. So TFC significantly, I should say, changed things up in the second half, and I think a real sense of urgency and emotion, frankly, won them the game. There's no other way to say it. Barrett basically said it's time to shut up and play, and that's exactly what they did. I think Dazovic not only tapped into the players' emotions last night. I think he made some decent adjustments at the half as well. And the team really, even on tired legs, showed a lot of heart and a lot of desire in that second half to chase the game and try to get the win. Mista, what the heck is going on there, folks? He didn't even rate a look last night. As everybody knows, he came under some significant criticism and has come under some significant criticism for a guy making almost $1 million and taking up a precious designated player slot for TFC. He's delivered 2 goals in his time here. Both of those, I think, in the Champions League. He's done nothing in Major League Soccer to date. And last night he didn't even rate a look. 3 days ago, of course, 4 days ago now, on Wednesday, he gets subbed on at the 60th minute in Salt Lake City. Does a flagrant foul, or a flagrant enough foul anyways, in front of the official 5 minutes after he comes on the pitch. Beckerman makes a meal out of it. He gets a red card. The team is down a man and has no chance of coming back. He can't play this coming week in Mexico City because of that suspension for the red card that he got in the previous Champions League game. So I'm getting a tweet about 20 minutes before the game starts last night with the list of the starting 11, and he's nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. When the team was down, when adjustments had to be made at the second half, when substitutions took place, he wasn't even considered. O'Brien White was. And he actually wasn't. And again, I don't know what's going on there. I think he might be a new candidate for what I've christened as the Laurent Robert TFC Big Bust Award. Previous winners of the trophy include Mr. Robert, Carlos Ruiz, Ali Gerba, Pablo Vidi. These are all players that have played at high levels internationally, who had some pedigree coming into TFC, who were busts. I think as it stands right now, Mista is the odds-on favorite for the Laurent Robert Bust Award for TFC for 2010. I hope somebody, frankly, asks the question as well, speaking of Mista, to Nick Dazovic, as to why he didn't even rate in the plans last night. I think we know what the previous regime under Preki and or Mo would said to that question, they wouldn't have answered it. I hope somebody takes a moment, somebody in the media who actually has a press pass, which I don't, somebody takes a moment and talks to Nick and says, Nick, can you explain what your thinking was by not even considering using Mista in a game last night, even just for the sake of saving legs, because, you know, he can't play in Mexico City 3 days hence. Why not use him? And I would love to hear what Nick says to that question, because I know for a fact that the previous regime wouldn't do squat with it. That, to me, would be a sign that things are really, truly, culturally, and almost structurally changing at Toronto FC, when they actually don't blow off tough questions, but they actually try and be honest and forthright and address them. So if anybody is watching this that has a press pass and you get a chance to see Nick Dazovic in the next couple of days, can you ask the question, why no Mista on Saturday? I'd really like to know, and I think inquiring minds would like to know as well. So fabulous. Unfortunately, last night we didn't gain much ground. Both Colorado and Seattle both won their games. Seattle actually blew the doors off Columbus, in Columbus of all things, 4-0. Their new player, Nkufo, I think his name was, scored a hat-trick last night on his debut. Now there was a signing, TFC, a little bit better than Mista, don't you think? Anyway, TFC is now going to Mexico City. They're actually probably, I think, on their way to Mexico City, if not there already. They play against Cruz Azul in the Champions League this Wednesday evening. I'll be up watching the game and blogging about it as well. I'm probably tweeting my head off. Again, I don't expect anything from this game. Again, who knows? I didn't expect anything from the first game we played against them at BMO Field as well. I think it's going to be a tough, hostile environment. Of course, TFC is going to be looking ahead to the critical game against San Jose on the weekend, upcoming, where Sam Cronin makes his return to BMO Field. I hope he gets a nice ovation, by the way. So again, it's going to be pretty difficult getting anything, I think, from that game on Wednesday. But hey, I didn't think, considering how poor TFC was in the first half last night, that they'd get anything from that game either. And yet again, the team surprised me. This time they surprised me in a good way rather than a bad way. So I'll have some more posts up this week. Again, I hope somebody finds out what happened to Mista and finds out exactly why he wasn't in the cards last night in a game that he frankly should have been, all things being equal. I really think that getting anything out of the Mexico City game is going to be tough. And again, I think the playoff hunt all comes down to Saturday coming at home. So you guys have a great week. There'll be another video blog up on Wednesday after the game against Cruz Azul in Mexico City. And we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.